This is the field now. This was my granny's field. They call it the ponds, and it was given to her by Captain Ponsonby in about 1908, between 1908, I don't know the exact date, between 1908 and 1912. It was somewhere in around that time, and here in Rathgarrett as well. And they call it the ponds because there are two fairy trees there. And she caught his horse. His horse escaped from Tor House, which is just across the way there, and was running down Tor Hill. He was shutting the gate and the horse bolted. And she recognised the horse coming back, and she led him back up the avenue, and he told her he was very grateful, saved him going out for a search party. And he said, I'm having a land giveaway next month, and he gave her these two fields. There's another one just as big over there, further past my car. But they call it the ponds because my granny told him right there in that hollow there was a fairy bush, and it was part of them two fairy trees. And she warned him not to dig it out, because he said he was going to dig it out. And he dug it out, and by the time he got to the gate, he had the bush in that gate there. Well, it wouldn't have been that one, whatever was there at the time. His ass dropped dead at the gate. All he heard was a thump when he opened the gate. Strong, healthy ass. He was only 2 years old. He knew then he'd done wrong. And he went and right in that hollow, right there in front, he dug a 6-foot hole where he dug out the bush, and he buried the ass. And he come back the next morning, and the ass's ears were sticking up out of the ground. So he dug him 4 foot deeper, reburied him again, and come back the next morning, and the ass's ears were sticking up out of the ground again, and he knew then he had to get him out of there. So he got him out of there, and the bush never grew back, and a well sprung up, and every winter it used to flood. That had turned into a pond, that there. So that I think in recent years they covered up the pond, because it was destroying half the field. And that's the story of that field now.